Hello, good evening. This is Brother Benson Media. Today is on a Saturday. We are blessed to have this opportunity, as usual, just to have a conversation that is geared towards the betterment of our country. I want to take this opportunity to invite everyone and, of course, remind you that over here we do say that your opinion counts. If you are watching for the first time, kindly like and subscribe to this channel, because if you do so, it is a way of supporting us. Sisi hapa of course tutasema ni asante. Allow me to invite Miguda, habari ya leo, umeshindaje? Naweza tuambia siku yako imekuwa vipi na yapi mapya umeona Miguda? Okay, yeah, so today, just like I've mentioned, I want us to have a discussion on the topic that is over here, the meeting that was held by Dr. Matiang'i together with Rigathi Gachagua. And of course, we want to see actually get deep into it and the possibilities of what might have been, discussed by the two leaders. Of course, ahead of the 2027 general election, an election that, people are really eager, waiting. Politicians are also doing their level best to ensure that they convince the people. Yeah, so Miguda, unaweza tuambia siku yako imekuwa vipi, and you can also update us on anything new that you've seen on your side.
Asante sana, shukuru kwa muda huu. Just want to confirm to you that my day has been good. I've spent the half of the weekend very good, and I hope that the all is well that ends well. It's gonna end well. The update so far so good. The country is moving, and we are here to discuss and engage further. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. And I just want us to get straight to the topic. And this is a meeting that was coming after quite a lot. We saw the reshuffling of leaders within the Jubilee Party. We saw Jeremiah Kioni, Honorable Jeremiah Kioni, who has been the party, the Secretary General for Jubilee, being taken and appointed as the deputy party leader. Something that there's a lot that we can actually talk about on that particular decision, because remember, during the reign of Kioni as the Secretary General, he has always been very vocal, actually a non-supporter of Rigathi Gachagua. So many times we saw him coming out to criticize Rigathi Gachagua. Remember the many times Rigathi Gachagua would come out to talk, belittling the opposition leaders, the ones on the other political parties, even belittling the Jubilee Party. Honorable Kioni would come out to to just give his take, and most of the time he would challenge Rigathi Gachagua that he should focus on his party and that he should not be attacking if really he wants a strong opposition. Yeah, so after that, we saw him being appointed as the deputy party leader, so that so many political activists, analysts are saying that it had a meaning. Maybe he was being removed as a way of letting the party negotiate with the likes of Rigathi Gachagua and, of course, with other political parties. So after that, of course, we saw the meeting that was held between Matiang'i and Gachagua. And, of course, there are reports suggesting that Rigathi Gachagua and, of course, Matiang'i met privately, of course, and it was away from the media coverage. And of course, remember this meeting is coming just months after Raila Odinga's passing, a moment when Kenya's political landscape is also shifting, and we are seeing political parties are also coming together and also looking for like-minded. Maybe Migoda, what would be your take as an analyst? Because there are people who believe that the two may be exploring a mountain goosey alliance or a DCP Jubilee, of course, together with the other parties that are still within that particular um, setup. Uh, the parties calling themselves the opposition. What are your views about that particular meeting? Remember, not forgetting that Jubilee Party and DCP, they have not been um, in good terms. And part of the reason is the main stance that Rigathi Gachagua has always had, of course, belittling and saying that Jubilee Party's time ended and that they do not have the command or superiority in the mountain. What is your views, Migud?
I just believe that they're still scrambling for the mountain, and scramble for the mountain is onwards within the mountaineers, the people of Mount Kenya, like Rigathi Gachagua, Kindiki Kioni, Uhuru Kenyatta. They're scrambling to get massive followers. They can use the massive followers for future politics. That's why you have seen the Jubilee Party in conflict, in quote, with the DCP Party. At the same time, you have seen the SG, what's been a spokesperson of the party, being elevated to the position of the party deputy party leader. It means there are people who are aligning with the dynamics. There are people who are fronting themselves for the future lances, future positions. The more you are elevated, the more you are likely to combine and form with other position, other people. The issue of coalition, of course, you have talked Gachagua meeting Kioni secretly, Gachagua meeting Matiang'i secretly. They might discuss coalition. Like we've said, the future of this country is coalition. If you end up in election in a coalition, if you agree to work together for a common purpose, you can make a difference. So I believe that's they're discussing about coalition going forward. At the same time, they are just discussing issues of who is who in the Mount Kenya. Is it my party and my people, or the new kid in the block, DCP and the people? But we have been here. To me, just like right now when ODM collapsed or divided into two, there are of course people will retain the status quo. And that's what's happening right now in the Jubilee. There are people who are retaining the status quo because Jubilee was such a huge political party with a lot of members of parliament. Then you cannot just underwrite it. You might be holding the status quo of Jubilee and not welcoming the new kid in the block, the DCP. And the DCP also might reach to the Jubilee so that they can discuss on how they can unite for the 2027 elections. That's my view.
Okay, thank you so much, Migud, for your take. And the question then would be, why is the KK side alarmed? Both Matiang'i and Gachagua are seen as a potential contenders for 2022. And of course, that comes to the matters of succession politics. And again, you're also seeing Gachagua has had a strained relationship with Ruto since his impeachment saga. This is also raising quite a lot in terms of fear of betrayal that that we are seeing on that particular move. We're also seeing a united front between Matiang'i and Gachagua. The reason why the KK government is not really comfortable with this is, this particular combination, together with the likes of um, Stephen Kalonzo uh, and the other political leaders within the opposition, the likes of Eugene Omalo, you know, the president's side might be seeing them as a power block because the combination is not a weak one. And this, of course, is going to threaten the plans of William Samoei Ruto. Remember, he has a plan of retaining his seat. And that is why I'm asking you this question. Do you think this particular meeting would make or bring an alarm to the government or the people within the government supporting the president? That is the ODM amongst, together with other political parties, even though ODM has not fully confirmed that they're going to go that particular way. And then you'll give us your take on that, how that can threaten or make it tough for the KK government to retain the seat in the coming general election. But also, the what is Gashagua's position in all this? Remember the impeachment battles that he's been going through. He's actually waiting for a court. He has been fighting legal challenges in Nairobi courts. I'm quite sure you're aware of that, which already put him at the odds with Ruto. But again, he's coming out to say that he's gonna call for a demonstration. Remember, he's been accusing the police of targeting him and, of course, threatening. He's currently threatening a nationwide protest. And the question I'm asking you is: do you think Rigathi Gachagua has, just the power similar to what Raila used to do in terms of calling the demonstrations? And do you think, should he decide to call, would there are probabilities that we'll see a massive, or we'll see people coming out to just protest as a way of ensuring that the threats that he has been receiving are also, they present their cries before the relevant authorities. And, we're also seeing a strategy where he has criticized Matiang'i in the past. Remember the kind of politics that Matiang'i was using. I would call it the backroom deals. But of course, this meeting is suggesting a shift towards their collaboration. And of course, what we are also seeing is partly coming as at he's being tamed. Remember, he's always had a mouth of speaking negatively about the other political parties. So you can also as well give us your take on that, whether this is going to cement their relationship going forward. But again, you can also give us the role of Matiang'i over here. Remember, he was a former super CS secretary. He was known for his tough stance during the former President Uru's regime. And we are also seeing that even though since leaving office, Matiang'i is first he disappeared, if you can remember. He was not being seen, and then he later on came. And part of the reason why he came is he's been saying that he was called by the Gen Zs. And so he's just accepting the call. So he'll give us his political ambitions, whether they are truly genuine from him or he is coming out as a call from the young people. Miguda, you can give us your take. And before you come, allow me to acknowledge the presence of Eric Ayaga. Thank you so much, Eric, for finding time to join us this evening. Miguda.
Okay, just I also want to welcome Eric Ayaga to the show and pass my greetings to him. We will talk behind the tent concerning the cap. Right now it's too hot and I'm using it to cover my hair. So not much big deal. I want to focus the issue of demonstration. First, I want to say that there is no position like super CS, and I don't buy that idea that Matiang'i was a super CS by that time. It was just the CS for the internal security education and previously the IT. So there is nothing like super CS, just as our come study for the Republic of Kenya. What I want to say is that first, the issue of demonstration. Demonstration was deliberately envisaged in the Constitution to actually allow everybody to exercise his democratic right whenever he or she feels that there is dissatisfaction from the government or the employer. You have to protest, you have to actually demonstrate to show that you are in quarrying certain aspects. But as history might have it, I do not see any reason why people should not allow them to do so. But what I can assure you, the kind of demonstration the late Raila Amolo Odinga used to have is not similar like what these people will have, because they will have demonstration but not that much massive, because demonstration used to entail a lot. I agree that most of people have come from position. Ouro was in a position, Kibaki was in a position, Ruto was in a position at one point in life. And so opposition, and if you are being tear gas, arrested, detained, to me it's very normal. That has been a politics of the day in the country. But this issue of Gachagua going to demonstrations, Matiang'i go to demonstration, and they have said very categorically that Matiang'i used to be the CS for the internal security at that time. And whenever people were exercising their democratic right to demonstrate and picket, actually he used to give out orders that he doesn't want anybody to come out to protest. That is, they have a duty to protect properties and life, which I agree with him by then. But later you find out that people were killed, properties were destroyed, and we ask our question, what was the role of the police? What were the police doing? Because they have that duty to ensure that properties and people are protected. The debate of protest, demonstration, picket is on in the public. The bill to do with the public participation is also in the working arrangement. So I think we are still having a span of another time to ensure that we get back to the reality. But I'm glad because it's now clear that the people who are actually trying to destroy Article 37, the issue of demonstration, picketing, assembly, currently they have found themselves whereby they want to use assembly, they want to do demonstration, they want to use picketing to present their petition to the government of the day. So it's very interesting because today they are there, the other day they were in the government. So let them just demonstrate. And the very way we were saying that is a democratic right to do so, the same way we are saying, okay, because you are there, as we cannot, the people who are there before, we cannot advocate that people should demonstrate. We still advocate for demonstration, picketing, assembly. Same time, we advocate for people to come out and present their petition to the relevant authority. That one I support 100%. So people should not say, okay, because one day in life you oppose demonstration, therefore you should not demonstrate. In fact, Matiang'i should be leading from front so that people can realize that these rights, they are not permanent. They are inherent. Either way, irrespective of your status, they affect you. Back to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Eric is saying one thing. This is a long con. Okay. I don't know what is is trying to mean. But maybe Eric, I'll share a link. Maybe you can join and give us your take on what you mean. Yeah. So, Miguda, the president, William Samoei Ruto, the other day, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? He was in Nyanza, and of course, he was received by a multitude of people. And so the question that people are asking is, the Ruto, is he is it a I mean, is he gambling for the votes in Nyanza region? Can he win Raila's base? And the reason why people are asking this is because the people of Nyanza has never voted or never voted for the president. He got quite a number of good votes from the Mount Kenya region. And currently there are problem, I mean, he's not in good terms with majority of the people from the mountain region. He's now camping in Nyanza region. Do you think he has the capacity to win the Raila's base? Remember, he's been in Kisumu and Kisii promising development. And the question is whether Nyanza voters will shift loyalties. Is Nyanza ready to embrace Ruto, or will Raila's legacy hold firm? And again, remember there are quite a number of leaders from Nyanza region who are still not supporting this government. Is he guaranteed of the votes, Migoda? And you can also give us your take about the tour that he had in Kisumu, the huge reception that he got, whether that will translate to votes.
I don't think so. Of course, it all depends, but I do not think that for the fact that there are current leaders who are in working arrangement with the current president, now the whole community will be voting for him, all will embrace his plans and his manifesto. That is far from the truth because, as per me, I understand the dynamics in politics. And currently, that community you talked about, they are divided. There are some people who are pro status quo in ODM. There are some people who want to chart their new way, a new chapter in the politics. People are divided, and you cannot claim that you want to be voted by a divided community. If there is a section of people who vote for him, can be half, and half might decide not to vote for him. So it's not a sure bet that actually is going to take it freely from the community, or the people of the country are going to vote for him freely without any conditions, or they're going to do it unconditionally. That is fallacy. That is wrong. What I understand that the people of their community must be settled, in many ways. So things might be still a long way in politics. To know 1 year in politics is like 1,000 years. Anything can happen between now and even December. So I don't want to speculate much about the issue of community A, community B voting for who and who. That one I can't speculate. What I know is that the people of Luo nation, the way you have said, cannot embrace William Ruto 100%. Of course, he can cover a significant number, not the entire the way people use support. Actually, talk about support base. There's no way you can inherit the support base automatic. The honor of support base is resting at Kanka Jaramogi, and that's the reality. So it's high time people also should create their own bases, should create their own followers, not hanging on establish that you want to use a legacy of someone to just be yourself, just create yourself. You convince these people to follow you automatically, naturally. From the look of things, I'm sensing a lot of turnout in that region, so you cannot embrace them. And you have said they have never voted for him. Oh, for the first time they're going to vote for him. They will not do it. They will not overdo the way they used to overdo. They used to spend all their energy, their heart, mind, strength, and soul supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. That one they will not do for William Ruto.
Thank you so much for your take. And we saw the team of Gachagua were also in Nairobi. But again, before we get into that, we are seeing Gachagua versus the system, where the Nairobi court battles and, of course, the threats are also there. Remember, there's also still that debate of whether he's viable to run or not. And of course, the question that is mostly asked is Gachagua Kenya's next big opposition voice or a politician fighting for survival? Is he really fighting for survival or is fighting for something else? Mr. Miguda, you'll give us your take on that. And not forgetting, we saw Mama Ida receiving the Global Tribute Book, and you can call it the Raila's legacy living on, as it was said by Honorable Singoei. Mama Ida received the condolence books from around the world, and we're being told that it's gonna be taken to Raila's memorial. To the archives of the museums. But of course, it was also Raila's memorial plan and his enduring influence. From Nairobi to New York, Raila's name still echoes. What does this mean for Kenya's future? And again, what is your views on the memorial tributes being given to our wife? And possibly they're saying that they're going to build a museum at his home where he was buried as a way of preserving the data or the good news, or rather the story of Raila Amolo Odinga. You'll give us a take on that as well. And we saw the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, the former vice president Kalonzo Musyoka, we saw Matiang'i, we saw Eugene Wamalwa, amongst others. They were all in Nairobi, and they did held. They held. They also had a meeting with the people within Nairobi, and of course, they were also received with quite a number of good people, a high number of people who are, there to just give their views as well, and to show up for that particular rally that they had. They are still, of course, insisting that they're going to work together and that they're coming up with ways or conversations which are all geared, according to them, assisting or helping the people of Kenya. More of some of the promises they had is they are planning to revoke the affordable housing and the people's salary being deducted for that purpose. They're also saying that they're going to lower the taxes so that the people of Kenya would get the opportunity to afford their basic needs as per their comments. What are your views on those particular comments from the political leaders from the opposition? And then maybe after that, you can give us your final remarks. Miguda? Okay. I don't know whether is there or is having a problem with this internet. Miguda, can you hear me? Kindly, maybe you can log out and then log in again. You give us your take. And as we wait for him, I want to take this opportunity to remind our viewers that this is Brother Benson Media, and over here we do say that your opinion counts. If you are watching for the first time, we request you to kindly like and subscribe to this channel. If you do so, it is a way of supporting us. And sisi hapa of course tutasema ni asante. And today we've just been giving our views based on the political meetings that have been happening, the realignments that we are seeing across the country. We are seeing the ruling political party also trying to court to convince many parties to join them, the opposition side as well are trying to convince. So ours is just to look at it and to give our views. Miguda, did you get my questions?
Yeah, I got your questions. Well, let me respond. I was saying that the issue of the court to determine Gashago's fate, we can just allow it to the relevant authority to actually deal with it. What I'm saying, they are going to do all humanly possible to ensure that Gachagua does not come back to be in the ballot as a presidential candidate. What also I'm concerned is that Gachagua might be forming an alliance with the people to actually counter the William Ruto. The World Memorable Tribute, which was supposed to be deposited at Kanka Jaramogi by the family, I can just say Raila died long time ago, but now people are still mourning him, and that has been happened before. If you go to most of these great leaders in this country, you find there is some mausoleum with maybe their heart, what they used to be the symbol of authority. What I can say is that that is family affair, and we are yet to actually see what will happen. When he talked about Matiang'i meeting Gachagua and deciding the fate of the country, those two people, politics, there's no permanent friend or enemy. It's all about convenience and interest. Right now, Matiang'i and Gachagua have no option but to work together. If they must settle William Ruto, they have to work together. So that's how politics is. You are forced to work with somebody. But you never know. William Ruto can still work with Gachagua. That's why I don't want to delve much into Mr. as if I'm the one on the front line. Because Ruto still can work with Gachagua. Gachagua can still work with Ruto. There's no you don't say never in politics. You cannot say never in life. You can form alliance with your opponent in future. Whether they are going to work or not, that's now up to them. But I'm just want to say there's no rigidity and permanent enemy in politics, but it's all about interest.
Okay, maybe final remarks, Miguda, and anything that is still pending. Miguda? Okay, thank you so much. And maybe before you come, allow me to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us today. Really appreciate. I want to remind you that if you're watching us for the first time, kindly like and subscribe. If you do so, it is a way of supporting us. Miguda, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
Please finish your comment and give us your final remarks.
Okay, I just want to appreciate you for hosting and appreciate our viewers to come to the show. This professional media, we say, yeah, your opinion counts. You can as well subscribe, share for the sake of the channel. See you next time tomorrow, God willing. Bye bye, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much. And once again, allow me to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us, including Eric, who was engaging us at the comment section. Thank you so much, Eric. For those of you who are watching, kindly like and subscribe. If you do so, it is a way of supporting us. Now, of course, sisi tutasema ni asante. I want to take this opportunity once again to appreciate and to say a big thank you to everyone who joined, and we really appreciate your time. I am now taking the opportunity to wish you all, of course, a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, blessed evening from wherever you're watching us from. We hope to catch up tomorrow for the next show. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.